Yeah. I think I'm gonna take them. Massive attack.
Yeah. Oh, Massive Attack.
Yeah.
You know what Massive Attack is?
What is it?
It's a band, a famous band, music band, rock band.
Okay.
I think. And it's from Bristol.
From Bristol.
Yeah.
Okay. That's beautiful.
Remember I said Brigstow
Yes,
earlier?
yes.
Place by the bridge began. So this is the bridge. And St Mary Le Port Church, this church here, this old one here, it's been covered up, we haven't been able to get to it, but now they're going to knock all these old buildings around it, they're going to knock it down. So that the church may have existed here from as early as 980.
Wow.
Yeah, West Dunwat's an important commercial street. So this street became as the Shambles. Oh, a specialist meat quarter around here.
Okay. Houses occupied by butchers, slaughterhouses, and meat markets.
By the end of 1300, Bristol became one of England's most important trading centres, and second only to London in its wealth. So this is all here, what way?
This was known as Buckle Bridge. Yeah, different parallel to the river. That's the river.
So these are all taxis along here, they're cabs, but they're horse and cart cabs. There's shops on the ground floor too. So 1940, the bombing.
First major bombing raid. Wow. That's what they look like.
Yeah. Wow. So there's only three things that are. That was, I believe it was the chemist, Boots the chemist.
Okay,
It's a company, and I believe now it's a coffee shop. It's been redeveloped into a coffee shop.
Yeah.
They're the only buildings that are left. Everything else is gone. Ferries go up and down here.
Yeah.
Because you can get a ferry ferry taxi from Temple Meads train station to come up here.
Yeah.
It'll take you to the centre.
Okay.
But they don't go too often. They're not like if you were in another city like Amsterdam where the taxis are running all the time, I guess. Or
Yeah.
different places. It was my friend's 60th birthday last week.
Yes.
And he had his birthday party in that building there, Toto's.
Okay.
That building on the end, it's a bar.
Wow. Yeah, this is memory of the unknown seafarer. Okay, sail tour for Bristol district.
So,
Oh, World War One and I mean the two. Okay. We have one and two.
am I due a football? Yes, I am, yes. I'm outside, so I'm okay.
Yeah.
the old city here.
Okay.
And this building here
Yeah.
is one of the oldest pubs in the UK, but it's the most haunted.
Town. Land of the town. Land of the town. And you said it's how old?
Oh, I'm not sure how old it is, but it's probably 900s or 1000s, I would think. I'm not sure.
Wow.
There's music playing every night.
Okay.
Bands, local bands playing.
Okay.
And here's the cider bars. This is all.
Yeah.
It's, they sell cider, and that's their the apple, it's called, and that wooden thing opens up, and there's another bar there.
Wow.
Just go this way.
Okay. Wow, this looks nice.
Yeah, at a weekend and later today
Yes.
it'll be very busy here. Stage at that theatre.
Yeah.
Very famous people from all over the world that's in films and theatre now.
Wow. It's quite interesting.
Granary Apartments, does it?
Yeah, it says that.
Oh, right.
But I think it's also got the club there.
Yeah, there's a bar downstairs, but it used to be. When I first came to Bristol, buses used to go straight through there.
Yeah.
Go down there.
Okay. Wow, and then you have resting places. You have enough resting places. That's good.
Enough what? Resting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have seats.
Definitely, yeah. But they're often throughout the year now in the summer, they'll have different festivals here.
Yeah. William III. Raceback. Erected in 1736.
Yeah.
My. Yeah.
It's very beautiful if you look around at the
Yes.
buildings.
Yes.
Most of them are offices now, but there
Yeah.
are still one or two that are residential. There's
Mm.
residential there, I think. But they're very expensive, these properties.
Yeah.
Bristol's very expensive.
How much would it cost for a one-room apartment, let's say?
One
When
room
someone-
apartment in the city
say-
centre?
Yeah, let's say someone wants to rent.
To rent?
Yes.
Or to buy? To rent.
To rent.
One room apartment, 1600
£1,600.
maybe,
Wow.
depending on
Yeah.
where it
Yeah,
is
okay,
and the
okay.
size of it.
Okay.
You know, you could get something maybe for 900.
Yeah.
You know, depending where it is, whether it's got a lift, whether
Okay.
it's high up, whether.
Yeah.
But in the city centre, too, you know, with one or two room apartment would be £3,000 maybe.
Yeah.
£2,000 or £3,000.
Wow. Wow.
If I rent my apartment out,
Yes.
if I rent it out separately to
Yes.
students, like there's 2 bedrooms, if I rented 2 bedrooms out
Yes.
separately, I could get maybe 1,200 each.
Yes.
If I rent it out as a flat, I could get 2,000 a month easy.
Yes.
2,000 a month.
Wow. Yes. Yeah. Yes. And what is that building over there?
Which?
That building.
It belongs to Lloyd's Bank.
Yeah.
It's Lloyd's Bank offices.
Yeah.
And this is Industrial Museum, an old museum. It's very, very nice. You might want to go in there, for example, on Wednesday.
Okay.
Not today, but on Wednesday. There's a great view here.
Yeah. So good.
Random things there.
Yeah.
Tower. We could walk up there.
Yeah.
And then there's the cathedral, Bristol Cathedral there.
Yeah. The thing you could have
Cotton and other things that came to this country.
Yeah.
They've stored them all in these warehouses. And over the other side of the water,
Yeah.
it's all been developed now, but there was lots and lots of warehouses. There was train lines across there. I'm not sure what the Lloyd's building would have been used for in the past. But
And where did they have the slaves?
slaves on the ships.
Or would they have them? Would they put them here, or where would?
Yeah, they would have come and been working on the ships, and then they would have had them working all around the city, building properties and doing all the manual work and
Yeah.
so on.
Okay.
This goes right down, which we
Yeah.
will walk. So what we're going to do, we're going to walk down here.
Yeah.
It's quite a long walk, if you're okay with that.
Yes, I'm okay.
To go right the way round
Yes.
the harbour,
Yes.
and we'll end up down here somewhere.
Okay.
And we'll end up by the Bristol Hippodrome,
Okay.
which is the big theatre, and that's called the centre down there. But
Wow.
all around here is lots of bars and restaurants and nightclubs.
Yes.
There's
Okay.
along here,
Yeah.
a steam train along here,
Okay.
and it's a refurbished steam train, because in this country there's no steam train. Well, there's
Yeah.
not many. There's
Yeah.
some. And they, at weekends and at bank holidays, they have the steam train coming up and down here.
Okay.
But in here is the museum, Bristol Museum, and they have different themes.
Mm.
But in that area there, it's free entry. It's
Mm.
not open on Mondays, I don't
Okay.
think. But it's open the rest of the week, and you can go in there and go and have a look.
Yeah.
I mean, I go in there and spend hours sometimes just
Okay.
looking. So maybe you might want to do that
Yes.
on Wednesday
Yes.
on your own
Yes.
while I've got some appointments.
Yeah. Sure. Sure.
I mean, you can still leave your bag at mine.
Okay,
if you
okay,
want.
okay,
It's
yes.
just that I've got some things I've got to do. And
Yes.
since I've got some appointments, and now I've got my clinic appointment also
Mhm.
at 9.
Okay. Yeah. Then I could leave them there. Then I come and walk around.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
I mean, I might be able to spend some of the time with you, but just got to do some things.
Yeah.
And my two friends are coming. Well, it's more of a business meeting
Yeah.
that I've got. No, they're
Okay.
not really my friends. I've
Okay.
got a business meeting at 2:30
Yeah.
in my flat for a couple of hours. But
Mm. The Matthew of Bristol.
yeah, the Matthew. Matthew is a ship.
Okay.
Another ship.
Mhm.
And it's used as a ship for people to learn how to sail. And
Okay.
It's a sailing ship as well.
Yeah.
You know? And they use it for schools and so on.
Yeah. St. Port
So you
Matthew.
can see the ship. See, it's an
Yeah.
old sailing ship.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been rebuilt, I guess. you know.
Okay.
But look here, you've got all this. All these are containers. They're,
Yeah.
you know, the big shipping containers. that
Yes,
you get?
yes.
And they've converted. That was the first building,
Wow.
And there's all these shipping containers, and there's individual bars,
Yes.
cafes, restaurants. That's cargo 1, and then
Yes.
cargo 2. I'll take you and show you.
Okay.
This is one of my favourite areas
Yes.
of Bristol to come to. And I often come here,
Okay.
either on my own or with friends.
Yeah.
And I cycle or I walk and I stop and have coffee.
Okay.
And so on.
Yeah.
So it only goes up so far and then comes back.
Yeah. And I notice colors of houses over there.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And actually, but there's another area which has very colourful houses.
Okay. There is no rule on the colors. You can just choose your own color when you want to build.
I think in certain areas there's probably some more restrictions, but
Mm.
you know, this was built like that, and they got the permission.
Okay. And no, in this case, no.
No, a lock is like a wall.
Mm-hmm.
It controls the amount of water that's coming in and out of the area. So
Okay.
right down the end,
Yeah.
there's machinery
Yes.
that controls the amount of water coming in. It's like a door. Think of
Okay,
it as
okay,
a
okay,
door.
okay, okay.
You know, on canals where
Yes.
you get locks.
Yes.
I call them locks. You
Okay.
get, so the water. So with a canal, you have a boat going, and then it can't go all the way because the water needs to fill up a certain. So you
Yeah.
go in and the boat closes, and then they fill it up with water, and then it takes you to the next level.
Okay, okay.
And this one,
Yeah.
if they didn't have the bridge, the lock down there, I'll show you when we get down
Yeah.
there. If that wasn't there, this would be empty. So they control the water in the area.
Okay.
But we'll see. I'll show you when we get down.
Okay.
Not very good. So this was built in America by 2 guys.
Yeah.
And they built it. And it was very derelict. There wasn't much to the boat, and they did it up. They modernized it.
Yeah.
And they sailed it.
Yeah.
And it's used purely as a charity boat. So they have functions on there. They invite people book it for parties and different things.
Yeah.
And every bit of money they make, they give to charity. They're 2 gay guys, actually, the owners. So
Yeah.
they-
Yeah. To remain afloat all the time. Wow. Yeah. The next 2 centuries, the harbor was commercial. Okay.
No, I mean the hard ones. So you can still like stand out.
Wow.
It, I guess, means, you know, the water is contained here by a dam. A dam is the word.
Yeah.
The harbour master stopped rebuilding it.
Yeah.
It was a big court case.
Yeah.
And they eventually won the case, so they
Yeah.
built it. It's this one here.
Okay.
So they were allowed to remain. But you don't see them around here. You know, some countries you see many houseboats. don't you?
Yes.
But here you don't. So this is the one. There's a story about it. They've probably got a fax.
Yeah. So this one and this one, what are they? This is one. Oh, that's interesting. It looks like a more like a house.
Yeah, but that was developed as a house.
Okay.
It was a boat.
Mm.
Actually, the messages have gone now, but there was a message saying the story of it.
Oh, they actually have it.
Plus, maybe.
Yeah.
They were about £1 million to buy one.
Yeah.
I don't think they've gone up that much now.
Yeah.
Went up and then came down, went up maybe £1 million and a bit.
Yeah.
For one, and there's like 1, 2, 3, 9 there. 3, 6, 9 houses. £1 million each.
Wow.
3 floors.
Yeah.
A traditional house
Yeah.
in the UK is 2 stories. Two levels, 2
Okay.
floors.
Okay.
These are 3 floors.
A traditional house in England is 2 stories.
Yeah, 2 levels.
Okay.
But there's lots and lots more being built as townhouses, they call them, which is 3 stories.
Okay.
Like this. This is a townhouse. These are apartments. These
Okay.
And the girls like quite quickly take to the sun as well because obviously they've got
It won't be massive.
Yeah.
No, it won't be massive. So
Yeah.
you've got this extra bit sticking out.
Yeah.
And then you've got a lounge and maybe 2 bedrooms.
Yeah.
I wouldn't think it would be crazy size.
Yeah.
Some are.
Yeah.
The penthouses on the top floor are usually bigger.
Yeah. And those would be something like how much in a month if you're renting?
I don't know if it's like 1 bedroom, it'd be
Yeah.
about £1,000,
Mhm.
1,100.
Mhm.
If it's 2 bedroom, it'd be about 1,600 maybe.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe more.
Yeah.
I'm out of touch with it now.
Okay.
My friend who lives across there
Yeah.
will be better placed to tell me. But,
Mhm.
this is a cafe also at weekends.
Yeah. Okay.
So the most famous tourist attraction in Bristol,
Yeah.
other than the Clifton Suspension Bridge,
Yeah.
is the SS Great Britain ship here. See it?
Okay. Yes. Wow. This is.
You have to pay. I don't know if it's open on Mondays,
Mhm.
but it's a day. You need a day to go there.
Yeah.
You know that if you're interested in ships, you know,
Yeah.
you could go on there on Wednesday. You know,
Okay.
Just think about what you could do.
That's what it is.
But that costs
Massive.
£15.
Okay. Yeah.
Showing what they were carrying plants and so on.
Mm. That's cancel. Yeah.
It was built here in Bristol.
Wow.
And then came back and every sort of I mean, it's not a sailing boat, it doesn't sail.
Yeah.
It's what it looks like there now.
Mm.
And this here, see this, they've covered it with water now.
Yeah.
But they put this on and then put water on the top to make it look like it's in the sea. But it's
Okay. Okay.
at least 3 hours.
Yeah.
So if you buy a ticket,
Yeah.
it's valid for a year. So
Okay.
you can go on and off, on and off, on and off. As
Okay.
many times as you like. Depends.
Yeah.
For a person, just one person.
Okay.
So that is Ahmad Brunel.
Mm.
And he also did the suspension bridge, he did the trains.
Okay.
First Great Western trains.
Yeah.
Pump the water out.
Yeah.
It's still used today.
So then they get the water out and then they can repair the boat, yeah? Or
Yeah,
okay.
like that. That's right.
Like
So
this.
there's water in there now.
Okay.
So they would open the bridge
Yeah.
and let the water in,
Okay.
let the boat in, and then they pump the water out. Close
Mm.
the bridge, pump the water out. And
Okay. $200. Wow.
there you go. It's called the Cassion submersible barrier. The entrance controls
Yeah.
the flow of water into the way from the dock into the
Okay.
an alarm.
Ah.
So he painted the picture around the alarm, and that's her earring. Her earring.
That's very, very funky. Yeah, that's very good. Yeah.
So that was painted one day.
Yeah.
Nobody. Run like this, and they
Yeah.
were small.
Okay.
But she's British,
Mhm.
white British.
Yes.
She's married to a man from Cuba.
Yeah.
So they sometimes spend time in Cuba and sometimes time here.
Okay.
A bit further than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't want me to get a wheelchair for you or anything?
No,
to push you
no,
around?
no. I'm quite okay. I'm
Like to
I'm
get a
actually.
taxi for you.
No. I like the whole idea. The walking around is
Yeah.
quite okay. Yeah.
It's quite relaxing.
Yes,
walking.
yes, yes. And it's also, we're not rushing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Actually,
Mm,
people get tireder walking at this pace
yeah.
than they do
Then-
at a faster pace.
Yeah.
You know, if I walk at this pace,
Yeah.
I'm less tired.
Yeah.
But they say that this pace isn't a good pace.
Yeah.
seeing how many people are wearing shorts.
Okay, yeah, okay.
So here
Ah,
is
yeah,
a
this one.
caravan site. It's for mobile homes.
Yeah.
And they're closing all this down, which is very sad. But
Yeah.
if you look up there, you can see the suspension bridge. Can you see it?
Yes,
Top
yes,
up
yes.
there.
I can see it. Yes.
Yeah. Just bricks, like it's somebody set fire to the old works there.
Oh my.
And
Yeah.
they went to prison. They were
Okay.
caught. But this is it's heritage, you know,
Yeah.
because it's all part of the harbour side.
Mm.
All the machines are in there to
Mm.
make the water stay here. you
Okay.
know. I'll show you as we go around.
Okay.
but not very